Welcome. Today I will look at a new channel. It's named Seven Trumpets. It's from UK and it have been active for about 2 weeks, so it's quite small. Let's start this dumpster fire. I have chosen this format. I have not so much time, so I will make this video like a live reaction. So I will look at the video, pause and comment it. The video I've looked at today is called "How Could You Not Believe in Flat Earth?" Test this yourself is the name. So let's do that. Let's see if he have any great tests that confirms a flat Earth. It will be interesting, or will it? Let's start.
We've all heard the usual arguments for a spinning globe Earth. But what if the evidence around us paints a different picture? In this video, we're not talking theories, we're talking observation.
So he will show several observations that proves the flat Earth fantasy.
Here are 5 powerful, measurable proofs that support a flat Earth model, and each one challenges the mainstream story.
So you can measure it, and you can do this observation by yourself.
Proof number 1: ocean tides prove vertical Earth motion.
Vertical Earth motion. And that can be tested how?
Let's start with ocean tides. We're told the moon's gravity pulls entire oceans to create high and low tides. But if gravity is that strong, why don't we feel it?
Oh dear, now we're there again. This have been explained so many times. I will not go into it, but gravity is not a strong force, but I will move on.
Here's an alternative. What if the Earth itself is moving up and down, oscillating vertically? As the Earth rises, water appears to retreat. As it descends, water appears to advance.
You have several problems with that nonsense. First of all, the tides is not it's not high tide on whole Earth at the same time. So if it was the Earth that was rising, how do you explain that? Is it going down in one part and up in another? That's the first problem. Next problem, you do think that you don't feel gravity, that it disproves gravity. But if the Earth is moving up and down, wouldn't you feel that? And the next question, if it's because of Earth rising, where do the water go then? Is it compacted, pressed together, or is it a hole in the bottom of the seas? What's happened with the water? Why do it disappear when it's low tides? That it's rising do not explain anything.
Creating what we perceive as tides. Here's how you can test this. Take a drone with a few hours of battery life.
What would you see with a drone that you don't see if you stand by the sea? And secondly, with several of hours of battery time, what drone do you use?
Park it over a coastline during a full tide cycle.
Do you know how long a tide cycle is? What drone would be capable of that? A consumer drone. Oh dear.
You'll notice the waterline moving up and down, but what if it's not the water, but the land shifting under it?
And how would you prove that with a drone? To see the tides come and go, you could sit in your sun chair at the beach with a beer in your hand. But you don't prove your silly claims that Earth is rising.
Rebuttal. Mainstream science says ocean tides are caused by gravitational interaction between Earth and the Moon. But gravity can't be directly measured pulling water laterally, and drone observations could suggest something different is happening.
In what way could the drone prove anything?
Proof number 2: the Moon creates night.
What? The moon creates night. In what way?
We've been told that night happens because the Earth rotates away from the Sun.
That's correct.
But what if night isn't just the absence of sunlight? What if it's actively created by the Moon?
How could the moon create darkness? Please explain.
Consider this: moonlight is not just reflected sunlight. Some experiments show that moonlight is colder than moon shade.
That's pure nonsense. It haven't been proven. This has been explained in so many debunk videos. It's 100% nonsense.
Meaning it could have a unique luminous property. The idea here is simple. The moon doesn't just reflect, it emits light that induces darkness.
So light produces darkness? In what way?
Helping cause night. That's why the moon has fixed phases and cycles, like a programmed mechanism. Rebuttal: scientists say the moon reflects sunlight and has no light of its own.
And that's correct. It have been proven so many times.
But if that were true, why are there measurable differences in temperature between moonlight and shade?
It's not. Oh dear.
And why does the moon sometimes appear in daylight without affecting lighting conditions at all?
Oh, that's simple. The reflected light from the moonlight, it's not so bright if you compare it with the sun. So if the sun is up at the same time as the moon, you couldn't see the moon shine. It's basic understanding of how light works.
Proof number 3: solar eclipses are sun resets.
Sun resets?
Now let's talk about solar eclipses. We're told the moon blocks the sun perfectly.
Roughly.
But ask yourself this: why is the moon invisible before and after the eclipse?
Excuse me? The moon is closer to Earth than the sun. So, the side you see the moon here in this image, it's the dark side, it's the night side. And you have a big, bright light, the sun. So, of course, it's not possible to see the dark moon.
If it were truly passing in front of the sun, shouldn't we see it approach and depart?
No.
What if the sun goes through its own phases, a reset, similar to how the moon resets in its monthly cycle?
What are you talking about? Do the sun resets itself and the moon the same? Oh dear.
The sudden blackening isn't a shadow, it's a programmed dimming of the sun itself.
So now the sun is dimming. Someone have programmed the sun to dim. Who and why?
Rebuttal: NASA gives precise eclipse timings based on orbital mechanics.
NASA was formed 1958, I believe. NASA didn't make those calculations that have been known for a very long time. How to predict the full moon and so on.
But critics argue these are predictions, not proofs, and there's little raw, continuous footage showing the moon's complete transit.
Predictions, they are based on knowledge how the moon moves, how the sun moves, and so on. It's based on observations and knowledge. Or you can call it's based on science.
Proof number 4: clouds form from the firmament.
The firmament do not exist. You have no proofs for this silly firmament.
We're told clouds form from hot air rising and condensing water vapor. But that can't be the full picture. Take regions in Africa, extreme heat, oceans nearby, yet no cloud formation.
You have clouds in Africa. You have clouds, they can appear all over the world. But dry areas don't have as much rain as other areas. And why is that, do you think? It's quite simple, but think on that one.
If heat and vapor were all you need, these skies should be full. Here's the idea: clouds need a second ingredient, vapor or particles descending from the firmament above.
So, in the dry areas in Africa, for instance, do they don't have the firmament there? Oh dear.
It's not just weather, it's a two-way interaction. Rebuttal: meteorologists explain this using high-pressure systems and dry air. But these don't explain the consistency of cloudlessness in hot, ocean-adjacent regions.
What?
Proof number 5: mountains are pegs into the container.
Mountains are pegs into the container. What container?
The Holy Quran calls mountains pegs, and maybe that's more literal than metaphorical. Mainstream geology says they're formed by tectonic forces.
Yes, mountains are formed that way.
But we've only dug 12 kilometers into Earth. We don't really know what's underneath.
We are well aware of what's underneath. Oh dear.
Flat Earth cosmology suggests Earth rests on a container, and mountains are structurally embedded into that container.
The flat Earth cosmology, there are no flat Earth model. Flat Earthers can't agree on a model. For instance, the illustrations you have here is based on a map projection of a globe. But if you show this for a bigger flat earther that have been around for a while, they say, we don't claim that, we don't have a model. So this is your fantasies. It's not a flat earth model.
Stabilizing the crust. On the flat model, mountain ranges show centralized, patterned placement, not chaotic drift.
What?
Rebuttal: science attributes stability to gravity and plate tectonics. But if gravity doesn't exist the way we're told, something else must be holding Earth steady, and mountains fit that role.
So instead of gravity, we have mountains. Okay, so is you tied to a mountain so you don't float away because we don't have any gravity? Oh dear.
Whether you believe in a globe or a flat Earth, these are real-world observations you can measure and explore.
You haven't presented any observation that you can measure and explore. You have presented a bunch of fantasies without any substance.
Don't just take anyone's word for it. Not mine, not NASA's. Go look, test, question, and decide for yourself. Subscribe for more truth-seeking content, and let's uncover what's really beneath our feet and above our heads.
Oh dear, this is a big fool. Okay, hope you liked this video. It was a bit different, but I wanted to do a quick video about this fool. I will be back soon with a live, perhaps a video, but I will be back. So, have a nice day. See you soon. Bye.